Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So today is Mass Monday. Yay! Happy Mass Monday. And we are going to be working with these little pockets I made this morning. I thought, oh, this sounds like a fun idea. So it's got a big, huge pocket here, another big pocket here, and then another big pocket here. So these are a triple fold-up pocket. They're super easy, and I think, you know, will be a nice addition to our journals. I've printed out some paper. I have 6 pages here, so that'll probably be what I make. It's 33 pound. I think that's probably a good weight, between 33 and 40. You know, 5, something like that, because of the fact that I did it with cardstock, the firm cardstock, and it's nice and strong, but it was kind of hard to get it to fold and stuff for me. So to get it to stay down, and it's because it's just so thick, and because there's so much folding with these, I think that this lighter weight paper would be just fine, because I did a prototype with copy paper, and it even feels pretty sturdy because it's got the folds. So yeah. So what you're going to need today is your paper selection, maybe some book page. I did leave one of these blank on the back side so that I could do book page on one of them on the inside, so that this part right here would have book page so you could see what it looks like. And then the rest of them I went ahead and just printed a coffee dye page on the back, so that it's just that way, it's, you know, it's got something on the back and it's not bright white. And let's see what else you're going to need. Your glue, of course, some stuff to decorate with, your distress inks, that, all those goodies, and let's get started. So first of all, we are going to just grab a piece here. Now, this is one of Miss Tina's papers. I've got some of mine, and then a couple, I've got one of, I think one or two, no, one of Tina's and one of Janie B, from Janie B Journals, and the rest of them are from mine. So okay, so we're going to take this now. What you will need to determine if you're using paper that has any writing on it or anything is what direction you want it to go. I chose papers that are pretty simplistic in their design, without people or words on them, on purpose, because I don't want to have to try and gauge, oh, where am I going to put this and that. Now, there is a couple of pages here that have a little bit of writing on them, but they are from collages that I did in my art journal book, and I thought that because there's things going different directions, it's not really going to matter much. Okay, I'm just fixing this real quick. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and you're going to determine how wide you want this to be for your journal. So if you want it really narrow, you'd fold this over, or you'd even trim some of the paper off. I'm going to make mine about 4 to 5 inches wide, so I'm not going to do all that. But you're going to bring this into the center, okay, and then bring the other side over and match them up. And like I said, this is where you can determine how wide or how narrow you want it to be. I want mine around 4 inches, so I'm going to bring it to about there. Okay, and then we're going to fold down. These are so easy, you guys. I did not feel like doing anything. Yeah, that's about 4 3/4, almost 5 inches actually. That one's pretty wide. I've been bringing them a little bit narrower than that, but that's okay. And then you're going to determine which side you want on top. I'm going to go ahead and leave that on top, but I'm going to fold this corner down. So bring that corner, that top corner. And that's the other thing, determine what side you want on the top and the bottom. If you have writing, you may want to turn the paper upside down so that the writing will be right side up when it's flipped at the bottom. You'll see what I mean in a second. Okay. And you're just going to fold this other side down. Okay. It's going to be like that. And then I'm going to glue these. Just so, I mean, probably wouldn't matter if you don't, but just in case, you know, I'm kind of paranoid about stuff like that. I like things to be glued down. Okay. Glue this side down. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead. These are so easy. I mean, I almost feel like I was like, oh, maybe I should do something. You know, sometimes you feel like you need to do something a little bit more complicated. And I thought, no, I'm gonna stick with easy because that's what I usually do. And plus, I'm just not really in the mood to be difficult today. I'm gonna add a little bit of glue here just to make sure that my edge is glued down. Okay, and then this is where the pockets come in. So at this point, you're gonna fold this up, and you can bring it, I mean, you can leave it down here and make it a longer, taller pocket, okay? Or you can bring it up to the very edge, okay? It's really up to you on this. If you want it down lower, this is going to show that seam, so you'll want to make sure it's glued down good, like mine's not right now. I just saw that. It's kind of up right there on that edge. So you're going to just want to make sure that that's glued down good if you're going to have that open right there. Now when you fold this up, as you can see, your paper's going to kind of buckle a little bit. So what I did earlier was I went ahead and did my fold. And I like mine up here. I kind of like that. I think it's cool. Okay. And then once you see that you've got that little edge there, you can come back in and you can do a trim right there across. Okay. Now at this point, you can also do some book page, and we could do it before. I mean, after we do these initial folds, I'll probably go ahead and glue in my book page at that point. On that one I left open like that. But anyway, so now you have this area, and you can also do, which is what I did with the other one. It might be easier before you glue it down if you want to do a thumb hole on the front of this pocket, because otherwise it's not really going to show up as a pocket. And you can also, of course, glue this down so that my cat's meowing. What's the matter, baby? Hold on one second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. There's a fly, and Mia is trying to get it, and she was very upset. She is meowing at the fly. I thought something was wrong. She never talks, so when she meows, I always check on her, because yeah, she hardly ever meows. It's more her brother is more verbal than she is. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna put glue on both sides, okay, and then we're just gonna fold that up and press it down. Easy peasy, right? I think these are cute and a little bit different. And you've got, I mean, it gives you a lot of space, you know, and I like that. I always like where I have a lot of space in the journals for people to, you know, hide things, put things, store things. So anyway, there's your front pocket, there's your second pocket, and there is your third. Now what I started to say when Mia so rudely interrupted was that if you don't want to have this other third pocket here, you can always, you can just glue this down and have it just the two pockets, 1 and 2, if you don't like that, okay? And that would also strengthen and make it sturdy. But they, like I said, this 33-pound paper feels nice, and it's too bad I lost all these flowers, but it's okay. I still love the shadows and the grungy kind of look of this one. So there's that one. So let's move on. Now this is from my kit, the Steampunk Rose. So that is in the shop, available if you like that. Okay, let's see now. So again, we're gonna do our fold. There was the fly. He just flew past my face. Ugh. Okay. So this one I'm gonna bring in and make a little bit narrower, I do believe. More like I did the other one that I had done before the video started. Okay. And I'm only taking my time because I just want to try and make sure this is as even as I can possibly get it, because it's mostly because of that little buckle it does, you know. Okay. All right. Now here we go. Just fold down that corner. Aren't these easy? I hope you like them. Maybe they'll inspire you to do some fun folding of your own and figure out, you know, other ways to do stuff, something like this. Okay. All right. There we go. Now, which side do I want on top? Oh, it's not really going to matter because I'm going to do the fold up anyway, so. I mean, I could leave it, you know, like I said before, you can have it down a little further, so maybe I'll do that on one of them. Okay. I kind of like it that way, yeah, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put a little bit here on this inside, make sure, oops, make sure it's closed up enough. And then, right, and just bring it out. I went a little high, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put this here. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have done that. Nope, don't do that unless you want to glue that bottom part, that other pocket shut. Do not do that, Tara. Don't go changing your way and your format because you're going to mess yourself up. Okay. Again, I have to press with this paper. I just printed on it and it hasn't dried completely. It's that matte paper and it does lift the print if I don't press correctly on it. So that's why you see me not rubbing. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one down a little bit, and the biggest reason for me is I can't really see the overlap part because of the way this is blending nicely right here, so it's not standing out as sharp to me. So I'm going to make this pocket a little bit shorter on this one, just so you guys kind of see the versatility of it. And then, of course, we're going to do a little trim right here where our paper buckles or pushes up slightly on that inner piece. Okay. Right. So, how is everybody doing? If you go to church, how was church yesterday? I haven't been yet. It's Friday for me, so I will let you know on another video during this week how church went. Last week's service was really good. We had baptisms, but I think I already mentioned that. So yeah, don't have any big plans for the weekend, praise the Lord. Now this one buckled enough that it actually is pushing out a little bit, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't really think it's a big deal. I usually kind of pinch my pockets anyway, so it kind of, see, I'm messing up that ink right there. Okay, so I am going to leave this one. I'm not going to do the thumb hole because I like the design and I'd rather leave it. Okay, so there's that one. So as you can see now, this one's a little bit thinner, this one's thicker, wider, thinner, and taller, shorter. So it's all up to you how you fold them and everything. Okay, this paper is from my Life in Teal, and oops, sorry, bumped the phone. So let's see. Now I've got butterflies on this one. I tried to grab one that didn't have as much. Let me see how it's going to look when I fold it. Yeah, they're going to be upside down. So if I want them right side up, I need to do it like that. Then how's that going to impact these edges? Not too bad because they're going to be folded down. I think it'll be fine. So yeah, so we're going to do it upside down. Is that, okay, no, sorry. I'm getting confused. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So this one I am going to make narrower, and depending on how it looks on the fold line, I'll let you know if I'm gonna how much of it I'm gonna fold up. See, that'll look pretty. Okay, so I wish I wasn't losing this funky corner, but oh well, life goes on, right? Okay. Yeah, so anyway, we had baptisms last week. That was fun. What's going on this week? I'm trying to think what else happened this last week I could talk about. And I know there's stuff because I was like, oh, I've got to tell the girls that on Friday. So let me think about it for a second here. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So I think I tell you in another video later in the week because of the fact that I already filmed the videos. But okay, so the landlords are not moving in. They are renting it out. So be praying with me, you guys, please, please, that they rent it to, we would really love it if there would be either an older person or an older couple, you know, somebody that just lives quietly like we do. That's really our prayer. But yeah, that's the big news. They're not moving in. They changed their minds. They were going to move in. It's not really what they're used to over here, this little place. I'm looking here to see how I want to do this one. Yeah, they're not really used to like living the way that we live here. I know that sounds weird, but am I doing this wrong? No, we're okay. But I say it like that because they don't, there's, you know, air conditioner is window AC. It's not, you know, oops, I went over too far. It's not, boy, I get to talking and I just start messing up. So sorry. Look at me. I was going way overboard on that one. Anyway, they're just not used to it. You know, I mean, our house is old and we don't have central AC. We don't have central heating. You know, they're not used to all that. They're coming from, you know, they would be coming from a pretty elite little neighborhood over in Santan Valley, which is nice. And if anybody knows Arizona, you know Santan Valley's nice. Santan Valley used to be a mountain when I was a kid. It wasn't anything. It was just the mountain, Santan Mountain. Now it's all fancy and, you know, it's a town and all that now. But, which cracks me up because, you know, I'm from here. I know what it really is. It was just a place over there in the desert. Yeah, but they're moving over here from there if they would have been moving here. And my husband and I both were kind of like, really? Wow, they're really going to do that? That's going to be kind of a culture shock for them. So yeah, they decided to rent it out. So right now, you guys, we have, I mean, because their kids, well, their son and his girlfriend left that place in a wreck. I mean, really bad. And they went in there and they were cleaning yesterday. They had, 2 ladies come and help. I don't know who they were, just these 2 ladies, but they actually have all of the kids' furniture and everything they own out on the sidewalk coming up to our house. It looks like a yard sale out there. And then the garbage area, we had to move our garbage can way back because they had blocked our garbage can completely with all of their trash. And I got home yesterday. I went to see Valerie yesterday and I got home and it was just a wreck out there. I mean, it's an organized mess, but it's a mess. And it's just sad because, I mean, I know they're doing the best they can, but they were left with such a wreck by their children. It's sad. They shouldn't have done that to their parents. It's just wrong. Yeah. So anyways, that's the news on that. So we'll be getting neighbors here sometime. Eventually. and we're just praying for decent folk. That's, you know, just good folks. That's all we ask. So, and quiet. So I was kind of excited to use these, you guys, because these are the pages that we made in the art journal eons ago, and I had been going to put them in the shop, and I didn't think that they would translate well in print. Well, I think I might have been wrong. Let me know if you guys like these and if you'd like to see them in the shop. I think they turned out kind of cool. I decided to print them anyway, and I'm like, wow, they look kind of neat. Because for this project, I thought, you know, it might be kind of fun. So again, I'm going to go upside down with my folding because it's all different directions. And yeah, I'm going to fold it like this. Oh, this is the one with the book. I'm going to do this one last. Let's do this one, okay? So yeah, this one will be, okay. Now I'm going to make this one a little wider and a little, you know, more short and wide than the other one. Okay, so we have, I'm going to bring this one more to the center there. I think I'll do one side first and then the other. That way if I mess it up, yeah, I actually was surprised when I printed this. I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool, actually. It looks very grungy. Yeah, so you may see me print this out again and use it just for fun. Make sure, oh wait, I want to make sure I'm folding the right side because I think I'm folding the wrong side. Let me see here. Yeah, this is going to be the top. And then this part will be the bottom, correct? Yes. Okay. So anyway, so that's the news on the home front about the place. And what else? Let me see. Yeah, I got to go over to Miss Valerie's yesterday, and we had a really nice chat and a really nice time. You know why I was gonna work because I've had so much going on in the last few weeks. I haven't been able to get my videos done like I normally do. I usually get pretty much everything finished by Wednesday, and then except for like the mask make, and then I'm able to do other stuff. And this week and last week and the week before, it's been sickness, and then Tippy, and then now this week it's been our phones went crazy, and I mean it's just been one thing after another. And so usually I have to be able to go visit with Valerie, I have to be able to make sure that my timing is good as far as like getting everything done, so that I can I can have at least 4 days of working and 1 day off. Well, I had to go to the doctor on Tuesday. Monday got all jacked up because like I said, because of our phones. It was a mess that I had to deal with our phone company. And then and then on Tuesday I had the doctor's appointment, and then Wednesday I was able to work. But then yesterday the landlords came over with the cleaners. Well, they came over on Wednesday as well, and you guys will hear me irritated on the video because they were here and they were messing around with the house and making all kinds of noise and slamming the door and all this stuff. So yeah, I was not happy, which you guys will hear me not go off or anything, but you'll hear me how agitated I am. In like, I don't know, I think I was recording Thursday or Friday's video or something like that. So anyway, when you'll know, trust me. But anyways, and so yeah, so that day was the day that they started messing around with the house next door and making all kinds of noise and racket. And then yesterday they came and they were doing the same thing. So I thought, you know what, instead of being here and getting myself all worked up about the noise, because they're being really loud, you guys. I mean, they slammed the doors. They were out there yelling at each other, talking, you know, not yelling at each other, but like yelling about what they were doing. And I mean, it was just noise. And they don't take into it. I mean, they just don't seem to take into account that there's a person living here, you know, that we live here and that it's affecting us. But so anyway, I'm deciding if I want to, I just can't bring that up. So anyway, yeah, they started up, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to text Val and see if she's available to hang out. And praise God, she was. So I got to go over and see my girl, and that was fun. And we had a nice chat, a nice visit, had some coffee, and I sat there. All I did all day was fussy cut. She made the most adorable little, and I haven't done these in ages, and so we might be doing them soon, is, you know, like fabric clusters. Super cute. They were so adorable. She did such a good job. And she worked on that, and I just sat, we just sat there and talked and chit-chatted, and yeah, so that was a nice time. And I wish I could do that with all of you, but you're not close enough. And then I came home and made some dinner, and saw that I had a yard sale out in front of my house, and Cordy texted me, and he's like, okay, don't be upset when you get home, because, and then it was so funny, I get home and I don't say anything, I'm not, you know, getting upset or anything, and then he starts talking about it and gets himself worked up. I'm like, okay, you told me not to get upset. He goes, I know, it's just the more I thought about it, the more irritated I am, because we couldn't even, I mean, we had to go out and move our garbage can, and we couldn't get to our stuff, and oh, and we had to move our cars way over, because we park, you know, in a certain spot, and they even had their stuff coming over so far from the garbage cans in the front there that our parking area was affected. And it's like they just don't think, you know, about, I'm like, okay, we pay rent to you guys. Hello, we live here. You know, it's almost like they treat us like we're their kids. And they're older, and she's not that much older than me, though. She's pretty close to my age, but he's a little older. But, you know, it's almost like they treat us like we're their kids and we're family or something, and they just don't think we'll mind. That's kind of how it is. Now, see, that looks kind of cute. I'm really glad I tried printing that out. Okay, so now I have this one. This is from Janie B. And I just liked the print and thought, oh, this one will look nice, you know, with just, I mean, with something like this, because it's not a print that you have to have in any certain order, you know. I think I'll do this one a little bit wider, but I don't want to do it too wide. I'm just using my, can you even see? I'm back over here using my ruler real quick. I just want to make sure I don't go beyond 5 inches, because when I do that, then I can't fit it into my journal. So, but I wanted it a little bit wider, because my journal pages are only like, what, 5.5? Or, oh no, wait, 11, yeah, 5.5. Yeah, so anyway, we'll just take it just below 5 inches, so it's for sure that it fits. Okay. Yeah, so that was yesterday. I went to the doctor, and my blood work all came back, and he was real happy with my cholesterol. I feel like I've told you guys this. I've told you guys this, I think, in a later video this week, but I feel like I've already told you about it. But anyway, I'll tell you again, because it's Mass Monday, and this is when I catch you guys up on the scoops. They're not very interesting scoops, but they're my scoops. You ever feel like your life, you're like, okay, I don't really do anything, but okay, here it is. Tell people what's going on. Nothing really, just working, doing nothing, you know. Yeah, so anyway, it'd be horrible to have drama every week, right? I mean, the boring little mundane things of life, they matter. My son, he always tells me, Mom, I love hearing about the mundane things of life. Yeah, he loves that. So yeah, I went, and the doctor was like, oh, you're doing really good. He goes, your blood levels are really good. You know, my triglycerides were high, but I'm working on it. And he said the cholesterol, that was the one his thing is, because he's a cardiologist. So he was all about, you know, the cholesterol. And he's like, your cholesterol levels have gone down so much. And I was really happy to hear that. So he was excited about that. And I like to make him happy. He's a good doctor. He's a very good doctor. He's a great guy. He always, I don't know, he's just a good guy. So let's see here. So I'm gonna, do I want that side or do I want this side? Actually, I think this side flows a little nicer. because this one kind of, the leaf is cut off. Yeah, so that's the little stuff I look for. Okay, so I'm gonna go right there and down this side. I'm getting a little better at perfecting this now that I'm had to think about it a little bit. I tend to get overzealous with my glue. I do have to be careful about that. So yeah, so what else happened on Wednesday? Nothing big. I don't think. Okay, so then we're gonna fold up. Let's see. This one is pretty. I like this one. I like them all, but this one's got something, a little something, something. Because it's pink and it's got flowers and makes my eyes happy. Now it looks like it didn't, oh, well I guess it did a little bit. Fold it up a little bit. Yeah. Let's see, what else happened this week? At least this week, I mean, the stressors I had weren't anything that was like, oh my goodness, you know, this is horrible. And I am feeling better about my Tippy. And some of you, praise the Lord, reached out. And, you know, you're very loving. And I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for comforting me in my sorrow. We've all been there with our pets and know how special and wonderful they are. And you know, I think for the most part animals in general are just precious, and it's the people they're with, you know. I mean, it's kind of your outlook on the pet that is, you know what I'm saying. Some people don't always show a depth of love and compassion for their animals, and so they don't really appreciate just how precious they are. But when you do, it's I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but hopefully I'm making a little bit of sense. I think those, what I guess I'm saying is those animals that, you know, I think it's probably determined by where you are in life, or who you had that animal with, or what you were going through at that time that made that animal super special to you. You know what I'm saying? And like with Tippy, she was super special because she was our last pet together. She was such a gentle little dog, and just so precious to everybody that met her, you know. And but I think it was the timing of life with me that made it even more so. Like Jin was super special because she was our first pet together, and I got her out of the pound, and she was just this precious little puppy. And you know, her life started with us. Tippy's life started, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, those two were my really, really special girls. Now this one I am going to do a book page, okay, on the inside, or you could do something like this paper. It's super thin, and so it wouldn't, let me try something. It wouldn't bulk up. I've never really tried to line anything with this, but I'm wondering. And I would do this part before. You know, see, this paper might actually be pretty good to do this with. Yeah, I've never ever thought to do this, but I was thinking I could bring this down and do the fold. And then over on this side, do the fold. I'm just seeing if this works. If it doesn't, I won't use it. But I think it might, actually. Just trim this off. But you could use book page, like I was saying in the beginning. You could even use scrapbook paper, whatever you want. Scraps. You know, you've got some extra little scraps around that'll fit in there, and use them up. I don't really need this whole piece. I'm not going to worry about that. I just need a piece that will cover this top part. Did I cut it right? Sorta. Am I on the right side? Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Did I not cut it right? I told you guys. I wasn't sure if it would work for me. We'll see. Let's see here. Nope. I cut it short. I'm not really. Oh, wait. No, here. I'm like, did I really cut it that short? That's crazy. Yeah, actually, I did cut it that short. So, yeah. Didn't like that folding method. That doesn't work for me. Here, I'm going to grab a book page real quick. I just have to reach over here. And I'm just going to use my good old, probably a good old piece of my dictionary or something I usually use. It's easier. So I'm going to do it like Miss Tina does. And I'm going to trim off this top part first. So what else happened this week, you guys? Good. Oh, great. I tore it. Tara, honey, stop getting overzealous and do it right. All right. I'm trying to think. Okay, so Monday, I told you about Monday with the phones. Tuesday, went to the doctor. Wednesday, I worked here at the house. Didn't do anything major of interest. Just working, and then had, of course, my filming get interrupted. That irritated me. And then on yesterday, I went to see Valerie. Maria's, as far as I know, Maria's doing really good on her job. She got paid. And so now Devin, because they're living where they're living, they had to pay, you know, daily or weekly. And Devin could not go out and search for a regular job because Maria was still looking for a job, and they had to have money coming in every day to make sure to pay for their rent, because they live in a one of the hotels, you know. And so now that she has work, he's able to take some time to go out and look for something, because they have income coming in. So praise God, because that was a big stressor for them, for him not to have a regular, you know, position somewhere. And he's a server by trade, and you know, so, but he's been doing any job he can get for the day, just shifts. They have such cool apps now. They didn't have them when we were younger, but they have these apps that you can, it's almost like a workforce service thing where you can choose the hours you want to work, and then they'll send you jobs. They'll send you shifts, you know, which is cool for people who need day-to-day work, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that worked out really good for him for now, for this time they've been going through. And so just keep praying for me, you guys, with for my daughter Maria. She's trying really hard to get back on her feet and get her own place again, and be in a place where she can have her son with her, and really start fighting to get him back in her life. She has not deserved to go through. Honestly, I was there. I was there. She hasn't deserved to go through what she's gone through. Yeah. Anyway, I won't get started because I just get irritated. Because I was there, and I know when it all went down, and yeah. So let's see here. Okay, so now I've done my book page. Now, I could also do it on the bottom part. Technically, I probably should put something down there, simply because when we pull it and turn it upwards, that white portion is going to be showing. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second once I get these corners glued down. Okay, so I'll probably use another section of that and do the bottom part. And that way there's book page on both ends. But you will have to do them separately if you want. That's why I didn't do it in the first place and just go all the way down, was because I want the words to be the right side up. Okay. So what I'm talking about is once we bring this up, okay, and this is open, this little section right here is going to have to have it the other way. You're going to, if you would put it the whole way down, then it would be upside down. So, and I'm not going to glue this shut. I'm going to use this again to measure my book page. I'm kind of debating if I want to use a different page just for fun. Let's see, how wide is this one? Oh, it's almost right on the money. Let's use that, one of these. Okay. And I'm only gonna fold this down because this top part is torn up. The paper's so fragile it's ripping, so I'm gonna have to cut it. So of course that's gonna be a little bit crooked, knowing me. Okay, so once I do this, it's gonna be on this side. So I just want to make sure that I'm just going to trim the tiniest bit on both sides and hope for the best, guys, because if I try to fold this, it is going to break. The paper is super, super fragile. What time is it? Okay. And it looks like it's only about 1/8 of an inch on each side that needs to come off, so I'm just kind of gauging how much I need. Just a hair more. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm not going to glue it in yet because if I try, it's got to go on the side of these, so this is going to be one I stick in to it. And yeah, so we're going to decide right now which side we want on the top here. Oh, it's not going to matter on that. Sorry, I'm thinking it matters, but it's not going to show anyway. Yeah. Okay. How far over does this one go? Up to here. That's a total guesstimation. Okay. And then we'll put a little bit right here to seal that shut. Make sure I didn't glue this shut. I thought I went over just a hair right here. Yeah, I could tell. Okay, so I'm just going to go in there and wipe that glue. Okay. Now, we're going to do our fold. These are so easy, but I really like them, actually. Just because, I mean, I'm certain 100% of two things. One, I've never seen anybody do this particular pocket. Two, I'm certain someone has. So if you've seen someone, I am not taking from there. I'm trying to find a pair of scissors because mine are kind of sticky. They're got a little glue on them there, so anyway, but yeah, so I am 100% certain that I have never seen this one, but I'm also 100% certain that that I have not created this out of nowhere. This is definitely one that somebody else has done. Just too easy to think of, so, you know. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and now I can fiddle. Before I glue that down so I'm not messing it up, I'm going to go ahead and fit this in here, okay? So I'm going to need it to be approximately like that big. And see, that paper just cracked. It's like totally Okay, and that's, I'm still going to need to take a tiny bit off. And we'll just continue to take it off until this thing fits in here right without breaking it. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, cool. All right, so I am going to use my Aleene's glue because Aleene's glue allows me to move my paper, as art journal glue, of course, doesn't. And I haven't used this glue in a minute. It's been about a week probably. So let's see if it will flow for me. And I can't fit my glue stick in there. I mean, I guess I could, nah, because the glue stick's going to pull on that paper too much. So we're just going to do a little bit of glue up here. Doesn't even need to be a ton. It's going to stick on there, you know. So you guys can kind of see in there what I did. Okay. And hopefully this will move without tearing for me. That's my goal. Try to get this in here. Tacky glue will allow you to do this, scooch your paper around, where the art glitter glue will not, and neither will the glue stick allow you to do that, and it will catch and hold firm right away, where Aleene's lets you, you know, maneuver a little bit. So now we have this on the inside. I'm going to trim this down just slightly, only because it's a little bit uneven on that far left edge for me, and that way the paper and the book page come, there you go, they're coming flush. And of course my cutting is not perfect, but you know what, do we worry about stuff like that? You know, if we're so worried about stuff like that, we could do something like this and just bring this across. Okay, and then where's my little knife here? You can just bring this across and go ahead and trim this off. Okay. Oh, and then you tear this because it's wet. So yeah, but that's all right. We're going, you know what we're going to do? Do you know what we're going to do? I bet some of you know what I'm going to do. Well, I got this corner too. That stinks. So now this is going to have to come down further. What I was going to do was punch my thumb hole there, and it would have totally not mattered. But I cut it pretty good. There we go. Okay, so it's not coming all the way up there, but it's okay. So I am going to punch a thumb hole right here for this part, because it'll show the book page. I think that'll look kind of cute because of the book page. Otherwise, I might have left it. Trying to get it as even as possible. Okay, so there's that. Now we can glue. Now we can use our art glitter glue, and then we're going to decorate. What time is it? I think we have just enough time to decorate. Come on now, come out. Oh, there we go. Too much, but that's okay. Gee whiz, Tara. Sometimes. Okay. I like this paper. I loved the art journal entry, you know, those 2 art journal ones I did, and I was so bummed when I didn't think they would be a good print. So I never printed. Did I print them? I don't think I did. I looked at them on the screen and was like, oh, they don't look right, you know. They don't look the same, so I didn't do anything with them. Here they are. I've got them right here. They actually fell out of the book, so I've just got them laying there. Here's the originals, and the reason I thought they didn't look good was because you can see the gold and stuff, and in the print you can't really see that, you know. And so I was like, oh, they're not going to look right. But they actually printed out, you know, relatively nice. So, yeah, between the 2 of them, I mean, they don't look this exact same, but they don't look bad. So, yeah. Anyways, cool. Okay, so we get to decorate. Which one? I actually think I want to do one of these because they're fun. And we did these little strips, and these might actually look super cute. This is what I was talking about, using these for stuff like this, you know. Actually, I kind of like that right there. Let's see if I could get this to cut down to a good enough spot. And I can still use this piece for like collaging or something. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, and it's got the torn edge, and I like that. I know it's weird, but I do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Aleene's because it's just safer. I started to use that glue stick again, which I need to put the lid on, but I've changed my mind. So, okay. Oh, I know something I wanted to ask you guys. If you're not subscribers to YouTube, you know, like where you don't see the ads or any of that, would you do me a favor if you can? I know it's annoying, but I want to see what happens if my viewers watch some of the ads that are come across my channel. Because the first few months that I was monetized, I wasn't making a fortune, but I was making enough to cash out on the monetization. You have to make it, in America, you have to make at least $100 as a base to cash out, okay? And at first I was, oh, that looks kind of fun right there. At first I was making enough to cash out. It was just a little over $100 a month. No big deal. But it's gone down to where I'm making like 20-some dollars a month. And I don't know if it's actually because no one is viewing ads, or if it's because YouTube is, you know, taking most of the money, or what. And I'm just curious to see. Okay, you guys, so I had no idea. I'm just curious to see my camera stopped because my phone was too full, and I had to go in and delete some stuff. So I've done a little bit of messing around decorating on this. We have, I gotta catch you up. I only have glued this down, okay? And all I was talking about, this is a set from Tina that I like, and I had decided to use this. This is the one I cut when I was over at Valerie's yesterday. And I am using salvage patina and some gold around the edges to kind of bring it in with the teal look that's in this paper, and then it's up in here. So what I had decided, I'm like, okay, where was I? Because that's disconcerting when that happens. So I was looking here, and I had put, let's see, I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I think I'll put that flower right there. And then I was putting like these little guys, and I was talking to you guys about the fact that things do not have to tell a story. Sometimes they're just cute. Sometimes you put things down and it just looks good together. It looks good where you've put it, and it doesn't really, it's like Tina always says, you know, she can have something on there and be like, oh, that doesn't look right. And then she'll move it and it'll look perfect, you know? And that happens a lot in junk journaling, and it doesn't have to tell a story. That's kind of the whole point of collaging, you know, because you have an eclectic mix of things that just look good together. And that makes for a fun project. So that is what I was talking about when the video crapped out on me. So I was bummed. I'm like, oh man. I looked up and I saw that it said something about the video and the room and the space on the phone. I'm like, no. So yeah. Anyway, we're back. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of edge this flower right here next to her picture. And then I was actually thinking about using a second flower, but I don't know. Do I want to use a bigger one or no? Nope, nope, nope. I think this tiny one is probably more par for what I want to do. Or maybe not. Maybe, oh, there we go. See? That's what I'm talking about. Just moving things around until you find that right spot. At least it's the right spot. Oh, Tara. At least it's the right spot for me. So hopefully you guys like it. And there, okay? And see, that flower matches these little guys, so kind of works out good. Now, what else? We've got our little so happy sign. I am got the dropsies, which is kind of par for the course with me, so I shouldn't sound surprised, right? I'm always dropping stuff. It's my hands get all covered with glue, and then I'm trying to hold them light. I'm holding stuff light because I don't want to smush it, you know, or make it bend or anything, and then it just kind of pops out of my hands because the glue, I can't feel half the time what I'm doing. Let's see, I kind of like the word inspire on here. I had been messing around with putting it on here. I could do that, or we could do a little bit of lace on the bottom. Some lace might look pretty. Or should I put it right here? Oh, that's nice. Have a little lace here at the top over her picture. That would actually not be horrible. Let's do that. We're going to put a little bit of lace. I know it covers the la mode, but it's okay. You can still see it. You can still see it enough that it's not going to be a big deal. Because it's a thin piece of lace. It's not super thick. Okay, and I'm just got it jaggedy on the edge. I didn't trim it because I don't think it needs to be. I'm going to leave it. Okay, and come on, press down. That should do the trick. Okay. All right, there we go. And then I am going to put this inspire here. I like this. I think it really would add a little something something to this down here on this corner. I left that open and I shouldn't do that. It dries it out. Now, yeah, I think I run it like right. Do I want it coming over, or do I want it? I kind of like it up here, actually. There. And then these little guys, I don't know, I just think they're cute. 44. Can I angle them up here? I'm deciding. I like them. I'm going to leave them. I'm putting them. They're just for an accent up here in the corner, so it's not totally blank. Okay, there we go. She like that. Now the question is, should I bring this, angle this one a little bit crooked, or should I do it straight under? I actually kind of like it going at that angle. Okay. I'm going to do it that angle. I'm just going to go for it. I'm not trying to be correct with this, right? There's no correct. We're junk journaling here. There. Okay. So let's add a little bit more bling at the top and the edges here. We want to, got to wipe this off because I let it sit there. My fault. And dry. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. So we're just going to bring this around, do a little bit on the edge here. think I glued this shut. Oh, I did. Oh, dear. Let go. Oh, my goodness. There we go. At least it's down inside. Shoot. There's like a white spot where it ripped. It stinks. I have to take some, you know me, I'll have to take some brown and go in there and fix that because that'll drive me nuts. So what we'll do really quick is... Oh, that's funny, but I can't help myself. Let's see. I grab my ink. It's just super fast. Go in here and wipe that. There. So at least it's not bright white. I know nobody's going to look in this pocket, but you know. Anyway, so here we go. That is one decorated. I hope you like it. And we got to use our little strips. You guys will see me make these later in the week. And yeah, I hope you had fun. I love you. God bless you. And thank you for hanging out with me. If you like this video, please hit like. It really helps out. If you really liked it, please subscribe to the channel and spend more time with me. Also, put a comment or a little heart in the comments. That helps the algorithm to shoot this video out to other people, and that way my channel grows. I sure appreciate every one of you. Have a blessed day, and I love you. Bye.